Good evening, everyone. My name is Hannah Epstein.
And I'm Christina Samouhos.
Duchess Boaitey's Career and Technical Institute has partnered with Empress Emergency Medical Services to launch a new EMT program this month for high school juniors. Students who complete both years of the 2-year course will then be eligible to take the EMT test. The program was established by Principal Nick Millis, who recognized the importance the nationwide EMT crisis, and sought to fill the gap while also helping to prepare students for the workforce. Acting Dutchess County Commissioner of the Department of Emergency Response, William Beal, says the program complements the county executive's initiative on improving emergency medical services in Dutchess County.
The trial of Ryan Wesley Ruth, a 59-year-old former Trump supporter turned alleged would-be assassin, is facing charges for an attempted attack on Donald Trump at his West Palm Beach golf club last September. Prosecutors say Ruth meticulously plotted the assassination, hiding in shrubbery with a scoped rifle, only to be spotted by a Secret Service agent before he could fire. Ruth fled the scene and was arrested shortly after, leaving behind a note that read, "This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I am so sorry I failed you." In a dramatic twist, Ruth is representing himself in court, despite warnings from Judge Aileen Cannon, who has allowed his public defenders to remain on standby. The trial, expected to last up to 4 weeks, begins with jury selection and is drawing national attention for its unusual courtroom dynamics, including Ruth's erratic flings and bizarre requests. If convicted, he faces life in prison.
I'm Kai with your science news of the week. In the following continents, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia, a total lunar eclipse will take place over the night sky, possibly causing the moon to display a deep reddish hue. According to NASA, the sun, moon, and Earth will line up in their orbits, which will result in the moon being cast in a crescent-shaped shadow. Soon enough, our moon will be fully blocked by the sun, by Earth. At this point, some sunlight will shine around the edges of the Earth. Blue light will be scattered by air molecules, while the remaining wavelength will reflect off the moon, making it appear to glow red. This has been coined as the term blood moon. This event is said to start at 11:28 a.m. ET and last until 4:55 p.m. ET, a total of 5 hours and 27 minutes. Chief of NASA's Planetary Geology, Geophysics, and Geochemistry Lab at Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland says, "The beauty of a lunar eclipse is that it's gradual. For folks that have seen solar eclipses, they happen fairly rapidly. The lunar eclipse is a far more relaxed environment. For the best viewing experience, Petro goes on to recommend going to an outside spot and finding a spot away from the bright light, as it could hinder the visibility of the natural satellite as it goes through all the stages of the eclipse. As this event will unfortunately not be visible to those in North and South America, there will still be opportunities to observe a bright full moon this weekend in the aforementioned continents, also known as September's corn moon. According to the Old Farmer's Almanac, this nickname was given to the specific moon as it aligns perfectly with the season for harvesting corn. There are 3 more full moons remaining in 2025, 1 per month, each taking on its own unique nickname. Although full moons occur every 29 days, lunar eclipses tend to happen only about twice a year when the sun, moon, and Earth align. For those who may be feeling left out, the next total lunar eclipse is set to take place on March 3rd, 2026, and will be visible in parts of both North and South America. Though having binoculars, a telescope, or any special equipment for that matter is not necessary, research scientist Sarah Russell says it could add to the viewing experience. If you wish to observe other solar system activity, there are several meteor showers that will grace the night sky in the remaining months of this year. That's all I have for you today in today's science segment, but stay tuned to learn more about our fascinating Earth next time.
New York State will allocate over $892,000 to Dutchess County to provide employment and training opportunities to young people from low-income households over the next 10 months. The allocation is part of a bigger initiative in which the state plans to distribute $40.6 million to 21 counties. Launched in 2024, the Youth Employment Program hopes to reduce gun violence and crime amongst young people outside New York City. More than 4,000 teenagers and young adults aged 14 to 20 participated in its first year, working for schools, libraries, restaurants, camps, and child care programs. The hope is that the program will continue to expand extending its impact to more youth.
In a major legal rebuke to the Trump administration, a federal judge in Boston has ruled that the government unlawfully withheld $2.2 billion in funding from Harvard University. The court found that the cuts were politically motivated, targeting the prestigious institute over its perceived ideological stance and controversial admission policies. Harvard filed suit after the abrupt funding reduction, arguing that the move violated federal guidelines and was part of a broader campaign of retaliation. The judge's decision not only restored the full $2.2 billion, but also sends a strong message about the limits of executive power over academic institutions. Legal analyst says for how federal funds are allocated and protected across the country.
Good evening, Marist University. This is Justin Schwartz coming at you live with sports. The 2025 NFL season officially kicked off Thursday with the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles facing off on Thursday Night Football. Eagles defensive lineman Jalen Carter was ejected in the first quarter for spitting on Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, but Philly was still able to pull out the victory by a score of 24-20. Both New York teams once again began the season 0-1, with the Jets losing a 34-32 heartbreaker against Pittsburgh Steelers, led by a familiar face in Aaron Rodgers, and the New York Giants offense only mustered 2 field goals in a 21-6 loss to the Washington Commanders. However, the Buffalo Bills did the tri-state area some justice, coming back from down 40-25 in the fourth quarter to defeat the Baltimore Ravens with a game-winning field goal on Sunday Night Football. And tonight, the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears will be squaring off on Monday Night Football to conclude the first week of the NFL season. The MLB wildcard race is heating up with just above 20 games to go in the season. In the National League, the Cubs own the first wildcard spot, with the Padres just two games back in second, and the Mets five back in third, with the San Francisco Giants and Cincinnati Reds on the outside looking in, both 4 games back. In the American League, the Yankees cling on to the first wildcard spot, with the Red Sox not far behind at a game and a half back, followed by the Mariners, with the Texas Rangers and Kansas City Royals creeping up at a game and a half and 2 games back of the third spot. In the world of college football, the University of South Florida Bulls pulled off an improbable upset against the number 13 ranked Florida Gators by a score of 18-16, stopping their 18-game losing streak against ranked opponents. Ending off with news here in Poughkeepsie, Marist football looks to get back to their winning ways as they take on Wagner after losing last weekend against the Bucknell Bison, putting them 1-1 on their season. Women's soccer snapped their 5-game losing streak in a 1-1 draw against Iona last Saturday and play New Haven tomorrow. And men's soccer looks to win 2 in a row as they take on the University of Albany in Albany. I'm Justin Schwartz, and that's sports.
The Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park will get its close-up this fall when Next Gen Chef debuts on Netflix September 17th. Filmed entirely on campus, the new competition brings 21 chefs under the age of 30 together for a series of high-stakes challenges designed to find the world's culinary next breakout star. The winner walks away with $500,000 and bragging rights. At the helm is restaurateur and TV personality Olivia Culpo, joined by resident judges Carlton McCoy, Master Sommelier and CIA alum Kelsey Bernard, James Beard nominee and Top Chef winner. Each episode also features rotating guest judges, and while the CIA provides the set, the production also places the Hudson Valley squarely in the frame. Already a draw for prestige dramas and thrillers like Severance and A Quiet Place, the region now adds culinary competition to its resume.
It was a night of music, memories, and monumental moments at the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards, held at UBS Arena in New York. Lady Gaga dominated the evening with 12 nominations and took home Artist of the Year, while Ariana Grande's uplifting anthem Brighter Days Ahead earned her Video of the Year and Best Pop. Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet won Best Album, and breakout star Alex Warren was crowned Best New Artist. But the emotional high point of the night came with a powerful tribute to the late Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away in July at age 76. Introduced by son Jack and 4 granddaughters in a heartfelt video message, the segment honored the legendary Prince of Darkness with a star-studded performance. Youngblood, wearing a necklace gifted by Osbourne, kicked off the medley with a fiery rendition of Crazy Train, followed by a soulful take on Changes. Then Steven Tyler and Joe Perry of Aerosmith took the stage to deliver a stirring version of Mama, I'm Coming Home, joined by Youngblood for a soaring finale. Images of Osbourne's life and career played in the background, culminating in Youngblood's emotional shout, "Ozzy forever!" The tribute not only celebrated Osbourne's legacy as a pioneer of heavy metal and a two-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer inductee, but also symbolizing the passing of the torch to the new generation of rockers.
Hi, my name is Raiford, here with your news of all things pop culture. This past week has been busy in entertainment. The release of the new game Silksong last Thursday was so anticipated that the user traffic crashed major online game stores. The Jonas Brothers are back on tour and invited the band 5/6 this summer on stage at their concert in LA this past weekend. 2025, more like 2015, as we wait for the Jonas Brothers' upcoming movie, A Very Jonas Christmas. While we wait, go to theaters now to see Hamilton, or if you'd rather a theater filled with screams instead of singing, go see the new and last addition to the Conjuring series, The Conjuring Last Rites, both released this past Friday. If you've been out of the loop in celebrity drama, Cardi B has been found not liable in the assault case against her. In honor of her innocence, Cardi B has made a photo of her in court the cover of the CD deluxe version of her album, conveniently titled, Am I the Drama? Speaking of music, the VMAs were last night, where Ariana Grande won 3 awards, including the night's biggest award, Video of the Year, for her song Brighter Days Ahead. Other nominees for the award included artists such as Billie Eilish, Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars, and Sabrina Carpenter. However, Grande did not leave the night with the most awards. That honor goes to Lady Gaga with 4 wins, including Artist of the Year. Gaga could not stay at UBS where the VMAs were held for 15 minutes before she had to make her way over to Madison Square Garden for her own concert that same night. Looking ahead, a documentary for the 25th anniversary of Gilmore Girls is in the works, so all my fall girlies get excited. Speaking of exciting, last night Debbie Ryan announced she is pregnant with her and her husband Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots' first child. Check their Instagram for adorable pictures of the two, nearly 3 of them. This has been All Things in Pop Culture, and don't forget to tune in to Prime Video this Wednesday and next for the last 2 episodes of The Summer I Turned Pretty. I know I am dying to find out what happens to Belly and the Fisher Boys. Back to you both at the desk.
That's all we have for tonight. I'm Hannah Epstein.
And I'm Christina Samouhos.
And this is MCTV News.